Hi folks, Paul here with Zippy Lawns, and in this video I want to talk about how important it is to set up your RTK unit in the ideal location for robotic lawn mowing. I'm going to cover both the Motion robotic lawn mowers and the Segway Navimo mowers in this video. I'm going to go over some of the accessories that you can use in order to set up your RTK unit in an ideal location. So all this and more is coming up next. So with every robotic lawnmower today, whether it is a Motion, Luba 3, or the Navimo mowers, they basically support RTK, real-time kinetic systems, and they support net RTK to let it know where it is. And you can't even set up your map and map your lawn without that, because these are wire-free robotic lawnmowers. They need to know where they are, but they do an incredible job to centimeter level accuracy, mapping curves and all these different places, no-go zones, areas you want the mower to mow and areas you don't want the mower to mow, all rely on reliable either GPS satellite systems or a network connection to the GPS satellite systems. So I highly recommend setting up the RTK units. There's a reason why the manufacturers include these, because sometimes cellular doesn't work. Sometimes you've had a phone call drop before. Cellular is not always great. You can use cellular or Wi-Fi for net RTK, okay? So network RTK, you can, if you have really good Wi-Fi, you can use that instead of cellular. So some people have fiber or coax internet connections to their home, but they don't have great cellular. They can extend their Wi-Fi out into their lawns and use that for network RTK. But still, most people in the United States, and there's a satellite analyzer tool that you can use in the Navimo app. Motion has a similar one where you can set up your RTK unit, see how many satellites are in the sky, and you don't even need to worry about Wi-Fi or cellular. So I highly recommend this. On support calls, we always check to see if the RTK unit is set up properly, and it really helps with making your system more redundant and reliable for robotic lawn mowing. These robotic lawn mowers can fall back to RTK or to cellular to get the best connection. Now, some of the accessories that we sell to allow you to get the ideal setup for your RTK station, one is an extension cable. So this extension cable is a 33-foot extension cable. It's 10 meters. This allows you to extend from the charging station, the Navimo charging station, 33 feet to where you're going to have your RTK unit. Now, these RTK units come with a stake in the ground. I do not like the stakes in the ground. The reason why is because we're getting centimeter level accuracy based on a known location of the RTK unit. And if those stakes over time go left or right, that is where you start to get that drift in the robotic lawnmower. So you want this to be as solid as possible. So a lot of times the charging station is out away from the home. The cable that they provide you that's attached is about 15-20 feet. So you do have some leeway, but we highly recommend wall mounting or mounting to a post or something very solid that's not gonna move with a wall mount like this. So this is a wall mount that you can get at zippylawns.com, and this securely tightens directly to it, and you can wall mount this so that it will not shift or move at all, because it's all based on this. If you want the most accurate robotic lawn mowing system that's gonna work for years to come, you wall mount it instead of stake mounting it. Stakes can move around and you don't wanna have to remap all the time. So that's your wall mount. This is your extension cable. Now you can't daisy chain 2 or 3 of these together because there will be signal loss. So instead of daisy chaining several of these, you can use a power supply instead. What these power adapters do is they allow you to use a 100-foot, 150-foot power extension cable, plug this in, and this will connect directly to the RTK unit. So the nice thing about these RTK units, they don't have to be directly connected to the charging station. They just need to be on. It's your local GPS satellite receiver that outputs a 900 megahertz low frequency radio directly to the robotic lawnmower. And you can't use one of these with two robotic lawnmowers. It's unique. One robotic lawnmower, one RTK station. You can have two of these in the same zone. That's okay. Same lawn. You could use two robotic lawnmowers, two RTK units. But anyway, this goes directly to your robotic lawnmower, and it does not have to be directly connected to the charging station. So you can get it up really high using a power supply and an extension cord, or you can use the included 33-footer, but you can't daisy chain these because it loses signal. Now, for the MamMotion RTK units, they include in every box a power supply. So you never have to have this directly connected. You can for convenience. That way you only need one power connection to your charging station, and you can just connect your RTK unit and your robotic lawnmower to the charging station. But these can be connected over Wi-Fi for firmware updates, because MamMotion actually does firmware updates on these. And you can use the included power supply so that you can be quite far away from the charging station so that you can get this up. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you've got a lot of trees and you got a lot of trees around your house, you have neighbors that are close to your house, or if there is an eave on the side of your home that is blocking the view of your RTK unit, it gives you a lot of extensibility for doing this. But the number one tip I have is probably stay away from these stakes if you can, because they shift over time. So if you can wall mount it, that's the best thing. And if you need to extend it in order to wall mount it, use either the power supply adapter or the extension cables for these MamMotion robots or the Segway Navimos. If you've made it this far in this video, by the way, I just wanted to mention that the Robotic Lawnmowers Owner's Guidebook is a great resource that we keep trying to update when we learn more and more about what's going on here. I'll show you guys a little bit of the pages here. You can download this completely for free. You can get the PDF. And if you're interested in knowing will the RTK unit work versus cellular, you can go to app.zippylawns.us, or you can just go to zippylawns.us, and we actually can calculate the cellular coverage of your location and the tree coverage and the potential blockages for the RTK unit. So it'll give you a good idea of whether you're definitely going to use RTK or if cellular will work for your lawn. So check that tool out, because that tool, along with the book for if you are an owner of a robotic lawnmower, are two great resources for you to really get the most out of your robotic lawnmower. Now, we also offer Yarbo. That's a whole nother story. I'll have to do a different video on that because they have a whole local Wi-Fi system for their antennas. So we'll do another video on Yarbo. If you have any questions about RTK placement or the accessories that we offer, let us know. And that's all we have for this video.